SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. We are previewing Week 7 in college football. We're talking right now with Troy West from allplayswin.com. We're going to discuss Northwestern at Wisconsin. Northwestern, of course, coming off the crazy game last week. Northwestern was the sharp side, according to Brent from BetDSI on that one, but the ending screwed all of their backers. Troy, thanks for being back with us this week.
Yeah, you bet, Pete. Gosh, I can't tell you the amount of even non-clients that I spoke to that had Northwestern that, were on suicide watch, even probably till today. So, excited to come back with them this week. But, man, I feel sorry for those that had them last week, Pete.
Yeah, was that one of your picks last week?
It was not. No,
okay.
we passed on that game, but I had the opportunity to sit back, kick my feet up, and watch it. And
unbelievable.
I think I got a pretty good side on this one, Pete.
All right, well, we'll see what you have to say. Before we get into it, tell us a little bit about allplayswin.com. How are you doing this year?
Hey, thanks, Pete. Allplayswin.com going strong now into our 7th season. Fantastic. You're going to get all sports with us. If we don't cover it, we bring on people to cover it. For example, hockey right now, we brought on NHLExpertPicks.com. They're doing phenomenal work in the hockey season. We're in the profit side on both sports, college and NFL. Extremely hot in college football right now. And NFL, still right above 60%. So I encourage the viewers to come out. Going to win over the long term. Give us a call anytime, Pete.
All right, sounds good. Northwestern at Wisconsin. Wisconsin 10.5-point home favorite. Of course, big home field edge, and they usually crush Northwestern at Camp Randall when Northwestern comes in. But Northwestern, has one of their best teams ever this year. Wisconsin, though, is off of the bye. So I'm looking at this game. I'm thinking, they look pretty much evenly matched in terms of talent, but the bye is probably huge, and the home field advantage is probably huge. Does that add up to 10.5 points? Not exactly sure, but I would lean heavily towards the over at 57.5. I think Wisconsin has a good balanced offense, and their weaknesses in the pass defense plays right into Northwestern's strength in the big play passing game. So I would pick the over 57.5 here. But what do you like, Troy?
I'm going to roll with Northwestern. This is a much different Northwestern team than what you've seen in the past. Pat Fitzgerald has this team playing great football. I love the way they played against Ohio State. I know it was a tough loss, but I think it's also a confidence booster that this team can play with anybody in the country. I would be very, very surprised if they laid an egg this week in Wisconsin after what they did against Ohio State. This is a team I think that's rejuvenated. They can play with anybody in the country, in my opinion, maybe minus Alabama. But this is a very, very good Northwestern football team. Vernon Mark, unbelievable running back. He really does look like a Reggie Bush-style guy. He'd come out of the backfield. He's phenomenal going in between the tackles. Cantor's a great quarterback. This is a good football team, Pete, that I think is going to hang with anybody. I know Wisconsin's coming off the bye. They're going to be rested, where Northwestern possibly banged up a little bit. But this is college football. These kids are kids. Some of these guys are still teenagers. They can put back on the pads after a week and put it together. And I think Coach Pat Fitzgerald's going to have them do that. I think this game's definitely within a touchdown.
All right, that's a pretty ballsy pick because, historically, Wisconsin has a huge home field advantage in general, and especially against Northwestern. They've absolutely destroyed them at home in recent years and coming off the bye. So, those are two major advantages, but you think 10.5 is enough for you to like Northwestern?
Yeah, it is. This isn't the Northwestern of old by any stretch. Going into this year, there were some question marks, but I think, if they're still sitting at 4-1, I know they haven't necessarily played any top-tier talent, but I think if you watch this Northwestern team play last week, these kids got heart, they've got talent. I love the 2-quarterback system that they use. This is a great football team. I think they're going to compete in the Big Ten all season long. 10.5 too many this week, Pete.
All right, hard to make an argument against it. Thanks so much, Troy West from allplayswin.com, like a Northwestern plus 10.5.